One of the person that just came aboard was Colin Fogel. He comes from Skylander. He's the one who put his magic on the on
Um,
Bioshock. And
I'll just
Alex,
start the recording. Sorry, yeah, to interrupt. I'll just start the recording for you, and then yeah, we've got it up and running. Right, I'll start the recording now. There you go.
oh, okay. So anyway, my name is Alvin Nicholas. I'm the founder of Ronin Games. Um, we have a team of three devs who's been in the gaming industry for approximately 25 years. Alex was an award-winning artist for Wendy's, which he won a huge reward for that. And he worked on Magic of the Gathering, so he's been art director for over 25 years. He was just recently asked by Ubisoft to be the director for um, their studio in Japan. Um, and also, one of the other person that also just came aboard was Chris Fogel. I'm sorry, Colin Fogel, and he's been in the industry for about 30 years, and he actually worked on the game with Skylander and Bioshock 2. And he's also going to be releasing his NFTs on the Ronin NFT platform. And so basically what our ecosystem is really about is it's going to be just like Steam. So if you go to our website, we're going to be coming out with three games and we're going to be coming out with several hyper casual games. So the business model that we have is that we're allowing third party games to enter into our ecosystem, provided that we have development kits where people can actually create games on our platform. So one of the biggest themes that we do have, it's called Battle of the Memes. And so Battle of the Memes is taking all these meme characters um, around the crypto industry on the platform. So what we have is we have King Dodge, we have Karen, Baby Shiba Inu, Fag, and some of the other artists, which is also influencers that we're also adding into the game too as well. So Battle of the Memes is built on the Unity engine. So we're coming out with 3D games. So all of our games are going to be top quality. And so as of right now, we'll be releasing our games. We've already released one game. It was called um, Crypto Kid. What is the name again? Rogue? Galaxy Rogue?
Yeah,
It was,
Galaxy Rogue.
yeah. So it's a space shooting game. And also we have another game that came out. It was a Scratcher NFT game where all these monsters will fight. Now, if you build this one particular character on our website, you can you can transfer this one character that you build and transfer it into another game, whether if it's our NFT battle card game, and then it can also go into the Battle of the Memes. So you could have a character that you could always carry with you and go into other games to play. So that pretty much sums up what we have and our 7 year plan to build this ecosystem that we have. So with Alex, he has a very um, an intense, I would say, think tank. He actually got one of the founders from HP, who's going to be helping him with the direction of the company, and also possibly coming on a board as a board of director. But that's not, set in stone. But he is in Alex's think tank. So Alex comes from Silicon Valley, and a lot of his connections is all coming from there. People who have careers. He actually goes to a church. He goes to church with a girl that they've been friends for so long, and she works for Ubisoft. And basically, she's giving the advice, and maybe end up probably, hopefully, doing some type of a partnership down the road. So this is the kind of being in the industry for over 25 years in such a small community. Um, this is the type of level of connections that they have. So to have him bring on Colin speaks a lot of volume of just his connection. I mean, he brought a guy who helped develop and who's also the art director for Skylander and for Bioshock 2. So they definitely have a team that's going to be producing top quality games.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of experience there. It sounds like you explained a lot, to be honest, like kind of more than we would. I'm cautious that are you at the hospital or something? Have you got time to speak now?
Oh, I have a time to speak.
Sure. Okay then. If you want to, we can reschedule if you've got priorities in real life. It's no problem.
No, that's perfectly fine because Decker and
Okay.
Crypto Kid are here and they could answer. They've done a ton of AMAs with me that we've done together. I'm not too sure if with Deckard and our relationship that we have, and I think Deckard's creating his game for his project too as well, and we're just all collaborating with each other. And Deckard, is helping with the marketing team to get us back on board. And we just finished up partially. We're almost about 90%. We're 90% done with our website. The only thing that we need to do is just add our audits and our roadmap on there, and we're finished. So if you guys take a look at RoninGames.com, you can pretty much see where everything's heading to. So you can actually see Alex's artwork on an NFT battle card game, Battle of the Memes. You can see the characters there, and then you could also see the devs that have already been doxed. Joseph, who I have not really mentioned, he's a sought out developer in the gaming industry. I mean, this guy does augmented reality, VR. He's a Unity consultant for big corporations, and he's also been in the gaming industry for over 25 years now. So just that team alone with Alex and them is literally combined at about 75 years of experience.
Amazing. And in terms of like kind of the roadmap, you mentioned, when is the NFT marketplace ready and when is the game ready? What's the timescales for this?
Well, the NFT platform, we've already created the UI for that. We've already outsourced the NFT platform locally here in the United States, and they've given us a timeline of about approximately 1 month and a half, and it will be fully developed. Yeah. And then as far as the games, they do have the games. That just came to my attention. But they do have one casual game, which was Galaxy Road. And what they're doing now, it's going to be downloadable, hopefully by today or tomorrow. And already some of our staff here has already played it. And what they're going to do is they're going to modify the game a little bit more to add the NFTs to it to upgrade, your firepower and enter into other different worlds. So, yeah.
Okay, so the NFTs then are going to have characteristics assigned to them that are then going to be used in games, essentially. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. But
okay, and in terms of the actual marketplace, what differentiates it from other marketplaces?
The marketplace basically is going to have a standard of only people who has been in the industry as far as comic books, and also people who are in the gaming industry as well. So it's really going to be really featured, with artists who really have a name or has been in the industry for a while. So I think, Deckard, what was the name of that one particular artist who launched? The one
Frank Miller.
Yeah, Frank Miller. So now that we're seeing a shift with a lot of these artists that have a name, their NFTs are going for extremely a lot of money. And now, it's coming to a whole new another level of NFTs coming out, especially with people with names. So this is the type of NFT platform that we want to have, is holding those kind of standards of having people creating their NFT. I mean, posting their NFTs on our platform that has credibility for the things that they've done in the industry. So that's the standard level that we're having on our NFT platform.
So there's going to be a platform where you can buy, sell, and you can mint your own NFTs. What are the benefits to the token holder? Say that you've got like lots of NFT sales lots of NFTs being minted. Are you charging a tax on that?
I haven't really gotten to that far as how that's really going to be set up. All I know from now is that it's being constructed and coded. But as far as the far details, that is the other team, and they know more about that. Um, they haven't really released too much information on
Okay.
that. Just so that we don't give false information, to to our customers and to our community. So we have to be really careful about what we
Hmm.
say we're going to do and not overpromise something and not do it.
I have a
Yeah,
question for you.
of course. Yeah, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, have you guys thought about doing anything with Comic Cons or actually going to a Comic Con? Because usually,
Good
whenever I go to
question.
those, I see a whole bunch of artists there that are actually really big in the industry, and I'm sure they would love to be reached out to by somebody with this type of platform.
Yeah,
You know,
at our, I'll just say real quick, Elvin. At our inception, I actually mentioned this in one of our initial AMAs that we would have sort of the Feg characters, the King Doge characters, things like that. We'd create costumes, right, for cosplayers, and get our name out there. Hook up with some famous cosplayers would be good too. And yeah, I mean, of course, bring in Alex to have his own art table, sort of where you can do illustrations for the game itself. And of course, Comic Con plays right into the gaming side. So, we can have a live demo being played there at the booth that we have. But for sure, I mean, that's been on the table. It's not something that cryptocurrency has tapped into too much, is the Comic Con angle. I'm glad you
I mean,
mentioned that.
for this day age demographic and this type of product, it seems to be like the perfect untapped market to not only reach a new demographic, but also to reach a lot of people simultaneously.
Absolutely. No, that's a given. I completely agree.
Sure. On that point, could you expand upon your marketing strategy? Possibly going to Comic Con is one of those things. What else have you got planned?
well, right now I've been in touch with BitBoy. I think BitBoy's a person who has a big platform in the cryptocurrency. He just responded back and they wanted us to do a KYC. So we're actually getting back with that team, and so we're trying to get a lot of our being on the YouTube influencers and some of the Twitter posts and running a campaign for new investors. I just got a lot of investors who says, "Well, I want to buy into Ronin," but they're not into crypto. So we're going to be running our Facebooks and our Google ads to reach out to other investors to get into the crypto space. Also, as far as the marketing goes, there's always those trendings, which is really seem to be really working a whole lot. As far as CMC trending, CoinGecko trending, the X tools trending, but it's pretty much a lot of it's going to be boiled down to running our ads, our Facebook ads, our YouTube influencers, and our Twitter, and then also doing our AMAs. But ultimately, I think what's really gonna bring us to a whole new another level is bringing our NFT platform and our Battle of the Meme games, those deliverables. And once those deliverables are there, then more investors, the big investors, will start coming in to invest more into the project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I got
agree.
another.
Yeah, but
So
go on.
you had stated before that this was going to be an open platform for multiple games. What is the opportunity to reach out to a lot of Steam developers to try and bring them onto the platform? Because I know that
Yeah.
Steam has basically set out and said, we're not doing anything crypto. And of course, they have their own Steam cards and tokens. So it's kind of like a competitor at a sort. So what are you doing to reach those people?
Well, I've spoken that into the past in the AMAs in regarding to Steam statement, and so basically it's a matter of our backend team to develop that ecosystem where these third parties can come in, and there's also going to be a vetting process. because there's a level standard of the ecosystem. I mean, just because you can build a game on our platform doesn't mean that that game will be open to be playable to anybody, especially if you're using, the native token. We have to set standards, on what type of games are going to be into our ecosystem, you know. And so, as far as reaching out to those people, that's a good question that we have to, go on to get more advice on how we can reach out to those people. But I'm sure that once our games start coming out, though, a lot of people will know what our ecosystem is about, especially if we're coming out with 3D games, and with the high level devs that we have on our team and the publications that we do. So Crypto Kid, he has hundreds of publications that he has access to get the news out, and also tap into the gaming industry as well. So we're looking at influencers strictly who are part of that gaming community for us to push our ecosystem out there, if that makes sense.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah. And so the point you mentioned making it more accessible to people that are not invested in crypto. So you're targeting gaming communities, etc. How are you going to educate them, like in terms of, maybe they've not invested in crypto before? How are you going to approach that?
That we haven't really discussed as far as targeting those. We haven't really discussed on that until we have our first 3D game, our NFT game. Because once you grab those people, you want them to start getting on them, to start playing it, because you know how things, you read something and then you have to really catch them at the moment. So we have to be very careful on promoting, because we don't really want to waste that one opportunity that they can actually come onto our platform. But we as a team, we're always talking with other people who specialize in marketing. I think we're talking to Gary B, who is actually really huge in the marketing space. He's actually sort of kind of sought out. So Alex has been in contact with him in order to come up with a marketing plan. So we're not just doing this, just on ourselves. We're outsourcing for the best the best marketing firm that can market our project. So
have you? I develop games on Roblox, and have you looked at what they do with Robux and how they market to that demographic, and potentially using something like that for this? Utilizing cryptocurrency kind of in that aspect.
Well, no, I mean, but here's the thing. There's so many ideas, and are we open? Are we humble? Are we, receptive to wanting to listen to people that can help us to reach those demographics? Sure, 100%. Things are just flying, literally, even though we have a big staff, just the amount of just even the gaming development, and just with them talking with big players right now in negotiation with gaming companies, it's a lot to really kind of consume. But we do have, a marketing team that we are in talks to, and we can talk to more, because here's the thing, we could use all the help that we can get to make this project successful. We're not a group of team where, oh no, we know it all. No, we don't know it all. That's just the thing. So we're very, very open, and we could always continue to learn about marketing. And that's the thing, because it's a never ending thing, to market to people. So we're very, very open. Here's the thing, we have the team, we have the team, we have the product. We're soon to have the product, and then really it boils down to marketing. So if people who, that wants to help us out with the marketing, giving us ideas, 100%, we're all open to it. Because what we want to do is we want to make the platform succeed. And if we end up starting to have close-minded ideals and not able to listen to people who's been in the industry for a long time, then that'll be, our semi-downfall. So we have to be open-minded about everything when it comes down to the marketing and who we can actually tap into and target, to make the platform more awareness and people that play the games and a successful, market cap. Do we have that $1 billion market cap? Sure. I truly believe it, but it's going to come down to the deliverables, our NFT platform, our games. We have the docs devs, and it's going to come down to the marketing. 100%, it's going to have to come down to the marketing. So we are open.
Okay, great answer. It's always good to collaborate with other people, and I'm sure there'd be people wanting to help you in terms of marketing. I can help to some degree. Some of the stuff you mentioned, I'm familiar with everything that you've mentioned so far in terms of setting those kind of things up. And I can see you have a good product. I think, like you say, it's getting that visibility on it going forward. Once you release all the utility, I think then it'll be a huge marketing campaign to get eyes on it, and I think it's something people are definitely going to be interested in. You're sitting at a $10 million market cap at the moment, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. We went from 10 to 8, and the thing was is our website wasn't fully completed. We actually went to Dubai. Where Deckard and Celine went to Dubai, and they've met up with a lot of investors and just understanding where what everyone's looking for. They're looking for the metaverse, they're looking for NFTs, and they're looking for the gaming. And so basically, we've pretty much halted a little bit on our marketing until our website fully comes out. So since now it's about 90%, because you got to remember, if I'm going to market, I need to catch those people at that very moment in time, because there's so many products that are out there. And so if I don't have a website that can draw them in, I'm going to miss that opportunity. So that means I'm also wasting money too as well, because there's so many gaming companies that are out there who are coming with their games and they have an incredible website. Maybe their games is not all that great, but that's what draws people. That's the very first thing that people are drawn to, is their website. And then they start investigating more into their platform and their white paper and their roadmap. And the thing is that we have all those elements. We have real devs who can create incredible games. I mean, they have credibility. They have colleagues who they all started out with NBA 2K games, and now they're directors. They're owners of their own studio. They're working highly, they're up in the ladders of Konami and all these EA games. And I mean, he has a friend that works for EA Games, and he runs the studio. He's the lead director of that studio. He has a friend named Nelson, who his studio created Call of Duty 5 in their studio, and he just, this team, Lucasfilms, Disney, I mean, the list goes on and on, who they work for and who they've contacted. So they're really cooking up some stuff in the back. I mean, his friend goes to church with this girl for almost 15 years, and she is like the person who vets games into Ubisoft, and so she's up the ladder. She's the one that actually approached out to become a director for studio. So Alex to have a guy, a founder of HP, to be in your think tank, it just shows you the connections that these people have. And that's really important in this industry, is having those connections, because, when you have your own studio, you're going to start outsourcing a lot of this work out there. And this is where the relationship comes into, and giving jobs to these people who now own their own studio, who are VPs now in the industry for big companies. So, this is the type of level of connection we have. The only thing that we're waiting right now is those deliverables, which are literally around the corner, and this is where we're going to take off. So I think the highest that we went in our market cap was about 24 mil. We're sitting roughly around 10 to 11 mil right now. And within the next few days, since our website should be finished, we've already contacted YouTube influencers. I think one of the other influencers is pretty big. but we're really in contact with BitBoy. I mean, for BitBoy to come back to us and ask us if we're willing to KYC, it shows a little bit that they have some interest in what we have. So
Yeah, that's big.
yeah.
So it sounds really exciting. I mean, you mentioned there's a lot of experience on the team, and you mentioned there's deliverables coming. So, like in terms of the game, because the platform is going to allow game developers to essentially sell their own games. That's right, is it? And you're developing some games as well.
Well, we develop in-house games, and we're allowing third parties to have their games into our ecosystem. Now, don't quote me wrong. Alex is going to have 2 sets of games. Battle of the Memes should be downloadable on the iOS for people who want to play it. They've already talked about this being on the console, but there is that crypto side. I mean, if you're an online player, let's go down to the betting. So basically, it's like this peer-to-peer kind of betting that's going on right here. And so basically, what they're added to another feature is pari-mutuel betting. So even if you're not a player, you can actually place bets, on the side. So that's the pari-mutuel betting part of it, besides it being peer-to-peer. And if player A, player B wins and that person wins, and then that's it, they get their tokens, As far as the NFT Palgar game,
so are these big? Are these quite big games, or are they small games, or and how many games are being made at the moment? How many games are in development?
Well, right now we already finished up with. So basically, we outsource games as far as our hyper casual games, and then we have to do our edits to them. Those are just for the hyper casual, because right now they're working on 3 major games, which is the NFT battle card game, the Battle of the Memes, and I think the other game, I think it's like Gather of the Mad, the Hearthstone. They have a game, but it's something that Joseph or Hardy has developed already, and it's just been sitting in his vault, and he hasn't really used it at all. So it's just a matter of them skinning that and implementing the NFT part of it. But as far as what you're saying, those are the 3 top games that we have. But as far as the hyper casual games, we already have that. It's downloadable. Should be up tonight. A lot of the teams already played it, and we showed it to community, and it will you can actually go to our website. You can see the trailer. I'm not too sure. Is Espinor here? Hello?
No, he's not here.
Oh, okay. We'll probably show them the game. But anyways, it's on our website. You can actually see it. But we do have.
I have seen it. I've seen the preview on the website. Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually played it live.
How many developers are on board? How many developers outside your business are on board in terms of the ones that would look to list games on your platform? How many have you been in contact with?
We actually haven't been. I mean, there are a lot of people that have approached us that is within crypto that want to do business with us. We already Bet Swamp just went ahead and launched, and we had talks in the past that they wanted to integrate their betting platform. They're like a sportsbook platform that they want to integrate it into Ronin. There were several companies within within the crypto space that wanted to integrate their games to as well, but at this time, we have to deliver to the community, which is our games and our NFT platform and our backend. And once the backend and our games work perfectly, then we could go ahead and start taking on other third-party companies to integrate their games into our system, So it wouldn't look good if a third party came in and integrated it into our system.
Okay, yeah. So the first priority is the NFT platform, and then you're going to progress to the next stage, which is the game platform development, and then you'll start recruiting the third parties.
The NFT platform, and the game at the same time. So the only thing that we only have available right now is our hyper casual games. The reason why we get into the hyper casual games is because they've known that, it generates a lot of income and it's very addicting. So just with all the analytics, so having those quick games, it generates a lot of money. So if you play Tetris, you can. I've seen a lot in Asia where people actually play these hyper casual games, and it's just a way of them to make earn income. So if I place a bet for $5, someone matches me, then we play, and it just keeps going on and on and on and on. The continuous gameplay.
And who's your biggest competitor?
Competitor. I don't feel like our statement is we're not going after trends. We want to make them. And so we want to be, head of the game when it comes down to the gaming part. And we know like Axie Infinity is huge, and all these other gaming companies that are coming out, but the mindset that they have really is that they want to be the trendsetter, not following trends.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Is there any partnerships planned with other cryptocurrencies or gaming cryptocurrencies? Have you got any partnerships in mind, or are you not at that stage yet?
We're not really at that stage. There are partnerships, but what I think it's really going to be outside of the crypto industry. I think we're going to get a more of impact if Ubisoft says that we want to do a partnership with with Ronin Games. If Konami wanted to do EA Games, I mean these are connections that this team has, with people, in the gaming industry. So that's going to be a lot more impact. Everyone knows who EA Sports is, who's Konami, who are these big names in the gaming industry. So I think those are the type of partnerships is what they want to have because they have that relationship already. I mean, if we were to go to another gaming company with Axie Infinity, who knows? Maybe they do and maybe they don't. But I think that we're going to get a lot more successful with the people who we already have in contact with. People that we sit down dinner with, people who actually work for us, or in terms of who, Alex was, the director, and all these people that were working under his command. This is the type of people that who's grown in the industry and who's taken high positions. These are the people that we're going after, to create those big partnerships.
Sure. And have you got an audit at the moment? Have you got an audit on the contract?
Yes, we have an audit on the contract, and it was brought to my attention that we should audit. We have that audit from crypto. What is the name of that audit place again? Hello?
Yeah, we're in the process of getting an audit done by Certec, but we do have an audit done as far as right now goes. What was the name of that place, Decker? Can you remember the name that did the audit?
I believe we used Desert Finance, if I'm not
Desert
mistaken.
Finance,
yeah, Desert Finance.
But we're in talks with Certec right now to get that up and going, so that should be coming out and shortly as well.
Awesome. Are you fast tracking that?
I didn't even know they had fast track, but I think Certec is on the map for sure. We know that we need to do Certec, but right now, at this very, very moment, they're really concentrating on the deliverables, and that's what's really important right now. And so we have to be careful about where we spend our money. If we're going to drop $25,000, for a Certec audit, could that money be allocated somewhere else to get the deliverables out, a lot more faster? So I truly believe that we can hold off on the Certec audit, but are we going to eventually get it? Yeah, sure, 100%. But it's not something that's in front of us to do. Like, can I do it tomorrow? So we have to be very, very careful on how we spend, on that. because we do have the product and our devs are fully 100% doxed. Especially Colin coming on a board. I mean, he's all over the internet.
Yeah.
So I think I think that's enough and believable to investors that are hold on one second.
Sure.
Yeah, we did. A lot of the community have, recommended that we get a Surtech audit, and we know it does attract some larger players. So that's why we do want to go that option. Shortly, I would say in the next few months for sure.
Awesome. Okay then. So, how big's your community at the moment? How many people have you got in your Telegram group?
Approximately total is like about 18,000 people.
And have you got any international communities?
International, we have the Philippines, we have China. I think there's India, and I also think that Indonesia too as well, and a couple of more as well. So right now we're in contacts with I think the Cairo group, I think is what they're called, or something ventures. We have approximately about 100,000 people. I think Blocktopia and War Arena have already used them. So I think they've had a lot of success with the Vietnamese community, with investors. So we have a person by the name of Jess, who's already in contact with them. And we're just really planning everything out, just to make sure that our website is fully 100% operational, just with the roadmap and the with the audit and what is the other thing that we need? Oh, our white paper. So that's what they're doing today, is going to be uploading all that information.
Yeah, that'd be great. I did notice there were a few things missing on there, but it looks like a good design, great graphics, and I like the video. I think it just needs, like you say, the details add in. Then people can look at that when you are doing some promotion. They can see, because you do look at the website straight away, and if it's not there, then you maybe don't invest. But I like what I see in terms of the layout and the graphics. It looks good. I look forward to seeing the actual, the details when they're up there.
Oh yeah, totally. With two major, with two artists, especially Alex, who's winning, the line award for Wendy's, who's outbeaten, they outbeaten like companies like Nike and other franchises just with his artwork. And then you have Colin on a board, just with his amazing art, with what he's done with the games and so forth. You're gonna expect a lot on our NFT battle card games and what they're gonna come out and look like. So it's really gonna take it to a whole new another level in the crypto space. I think that people are gonna respect us for the games that we produce, because I think the first model, their first is to create great games. They don't want to do trending, follow trends. They want to create games that they can be respected and people can enjoy. So that's their vision of creating this ecosystem, and the games that we produce is top quality 3D games, and being built on the Unreal Engine. So that's they're in the gaming industry for 25 years. They can't be doing 2D games. They can't be coming out with some of these games that are out there. They have a lot of pride, in all this. Could you hold on? Kid, can you take a minute, because
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, with Ronin, it's basically going to be an exciting, next few months, because the utility and deliverables should start rolling in, with the NFT platform, with the hyper casual games, with Battle of the Memes. So it should be a busy, few months as those things start rolling in for shareholders.
Awesome. Would you like to just quickly summarize why we should invest then? I know you've mentioned like kind of we've had a lot of the positive points about the experience of the team and the games that are in development. It sounds positive. Would you like to just summarize for our investors why we should invest money today?
Yeah, absolutely. With Ronin, it presents an opportunity, as I said from the beginning, that no other crypto, especially on the Binance Smart Chain, can offer. The level of expertise and artistry on the back end is can't be compared to any other coin. So that's why it's hard to when you're asking for a competitor to actually come up with one, because there's no other gaming company that offers the true experience that our devs have. I mean, our devs been a part of NBA 2K, NHL 2K, EA Sports, BioShock, Skylander, just the lit it just goes on and on and on. They've been working with Konami and all the major gaming companies. So these guys have a huge reputation in the gaming industry, and they're just new to crypto. And so even though they don't have any crypto experience, they do have that experience in the field of gaming, and that's been all their life. And so that's why someone should take a look at what Ronin has the opportunity and potential to be. I mean, once that ecosystem starts rolling in and they start producing the high quality games that these guys have been accustomed to building and a part of, their whole lives, the magic they're going to build there is something special. And so there's like a sense in the air on the whole team of confidence because of what these guys have done, what teams they've been a part of, and I mean they've been a part of games making hundreds of $1 million a year. And so they truly expect Ronin to be at that same level. And once the game and the ecosystem becomes realized, I think our market cap and will grow, obviously, and basically our shareholders are going to be rewarded greatly.
Yeah, I've just been looking at the website again. The graphics are awesome. Yeah, I think the website could be improved slightly. I look forward to seeing what improvements come for it. I think it sounds like you've got all the experience to deliver what you're saying. So, there's no reason why you can't be 100 million and more market cap. I think it's just a matter of time, like kind of getting the right investors and visibility on the project and delivering utility. But it's been great to hear from you. I'll definitely drop by your Telegram, and I think I'll invest personally. It sounds like a good opportunity. I think when I compare it to other, I know you don't have any competitors, perhaps, but there are some other, gaming related coins, and this one seems like one that's very good. I'd say I did see one of that was very good the other day on Ethereum that's launching. That I'm on the private sale for, and I'd say this is comparably as good. So I'm looking forward to see what happens. But thank you for all dropping by today. It's been a pleasure speaking.
Oh, thanks for having us, man. Thanks for having us. No, and we definitely look forward to you becoming an investor at Ronin for sure. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop in the Telegram room, and we'll definitely be able to help you guys out.
Thank you.